Her son went missing during Sri Lanka's civil war, but now a mother who has campaigned to find him has herself been arrested with her 13-year-old daughter. Balandran Jayakumari had been coming under increasing pressure from the Sri Lankan authorities, as our Foreign Affairs correspondent Jonathan Miller reports.
On a small island where thousands have vanished, mothers in search of their sons gather in anguish, begging for answers. When Channel 4 News accompanied David Cameron to the heart of the former war zone in northern Sri Lanka during a Commonwealth summit 4 months ago, Jon Snow was mobbed by these mothers. One of them was Mrs. Balandran Jayakumari with her 13-year-old daughter Vibhushika. "Bring back my brother," she screams. The boy, Mahindan, disappeared at the end of the Civil War 5 years ago. He was 15 at the time. Mrs. Jayakumari says this picture proves he's still alive in military custody. But her protests have brought nothing but trouble. 4 weeks ago, she sent this video appeal to Channel 4.
நான் வரும்போது மரமான முகங்கள் என்னை எதிர்நோக்குறதும் என்ன பார்க்கறதும் எனக்கு இந்த மனதுக்குள்ளே ஒரு அச்சுறுத்தலாக இருக்கிறது. பயந்து பயந்து நான் நடுக ஒடுங்கித்தான் வாழ்ந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறேன். இதை நான் சணல் போர் ஊடகங்களுக்கு இதை தெரிவிக்கணும் என்றும் மனப்பூர்வமான சம்மதத்தோடு நான் இதை வெளிப்படுத்தி கொண்டு வருகிறேன்.
Last night, hundreds of soldiers reportedly searching for a wanted man surrounded her home. She was arrested under the Prevention of Terrorism Act, her daughter detained too. The act allows the government to hold suspects indefinitely without trial.
They are under enormous scrutiny in Geneva at the United Nations Human Rights Council. They are also under enormous scrutiny as chair of the Commonwealth, and yet they still seem to think that up in the north, where the Tamils live, they can act with impunity, that they can simply arrest prominent human rights defenders and get away with it.
Today, at the Commonwealth Secretariat here in London, 9 Commonwealth foreign ministers met to discuss violations of the organisation's core values by its member states. Curiously though, Sri Lanka, which now chairs the Commonwealth, wasn't even on the agenda. The Sri Lankan foreign minister was here though.
People arrested yesterday. We have to examine the evidence, the grounds on which it is done. That will happen in due course. There is judicial scrutiny, and I think it is very wrong to come to a conclusion before the facts are looked at objectively and in depth.
The British government pledged after Cameron's visit to ensure that no one who'd attempted to speak to them should face any reprisals. But tonight, the terror suspect, Mrs. Jayakumari, remains in jail.